Hello friends, we are still in the topic of national production. This is one of the variable of the economy. So we learned what is trade cycle, that is business cycle. Second, uh, sec, circular flow of income. Then third one, national production. Fortunately, your syllabus does not have the national production calculation. You have the only definition and the only understanding, right? So macroeconomic environment only we are going to learn in from this whole chapter, not the calculation of the national production, not the calculation of the gross domestic production, no gross national production or net national production. So we will understand what is national gross domestic production, gross national production, and the net national production. So for that we will do small, I will give the small chart how to calculate these things, right? This is not in your syllabus. Once I complete the whole chapter, additionally I will do that separately, so you will understand this is how it is calculated. In your past paper also, KE5 is the your past paper, means in new syllabus BL4, all syllabus KE5, right? So insight for business management, that subject called insight for business management, sim, that is called sim, commercial insight for management. This one BL4, business economics and environment. So both are little bit similar. So in past syllabus also same thing available, same word, same chapter available there, same notes available. In past paper also calculations are not tested that much, not tested, right? Only understanding the meaning of the formula and the meaning of the these terms, right? So national production, in the national production we are going to learn what is national production. That is only in your syllabus. That means definition only there. Now, don't worry about that calculation class. I will give some calculations chart. So how we can derive the GDP through the production method, through the income method, through the expense method, and GNP also same thing. How it can be calculated through production and income and expense side. Production, income, expense both will be equal, right, in economy. So there are a different concept of national income, right? First one is GDP, GNP, NNP. That's a concept, right? We have to calculate what is GDP. This with the resources that we have. GNP means with the resources we have plus the import and export. NNP means net national production. To get this GNP, what are the resources we wasted, right? Wasted, it means for example, take we produce the furniture, right? To produce the furniture will give you, if you sell that furniture will give you 200,000 of production, 200,000 of income, other side 200,000 of expense. So 200,000 will be increasing, but in other side we cut the tree. So capital resource is destroying, capital resource is depreciating. So for cut the tree, right, if we have to plant the same tree, so cut the tree means if 5 years old tree have the some cost, right? If you want to grow that type of tree, we have to dig, and we have to give the seed, and we have to grow that, right? Put the fertilizer to that, also having the cost. For example, take that as only 50,000 cost, so that capital resource is depreciating. So 5 years tree will have the 50,000 cost. So if cut the tree, we will have the 200,000. So we destroying one thing. So NNP saying whatever depreciation, whatever destroy is also taking to the account. So good example is depreciation. Good example, depreciation deduct from the gross national production, and we will derive the NNP. Very simple meaning that. Then the definition of the national income. So main national income is the ultimate goal, ultimate objective is calculating the national income in an open economy. Open economy have the import and export, then we will have the national income, right? The income is make up national income, which include rent, employment income, interest, and profits are known as factors income because they are earned by the factors of production. I already saw the factors are given by the household. Land earns rent. The labor earns wages. Capital earns interest. If you give the capital, we will receive the dividends. We will receive the interest. If you give the loan, interest. If you purchase the shares, dividend. Right? Then entrepreneurs earns the profit. The firms, we are giving everything to firms. So firms is the entrepreneurship. So firms is the entrepreneurship. So they will earn the profit. Then profit also come as a saving for the household. So if I am doing the business, I am an entrepreneur. I am the entrepreneur. So I will have the profit and I will take the profit out as a drawing and keep it in my saving account. So automatically comes to household level. So every business and every effort are done to increase the household status. That is the main objective of the economy, public status, right? These four things, please understand. Factor income are these four only. If I give the land or building rent, if I give the money interest, right? If I give me as an employer wages, right? If I give everything to one person, he will keep everything to one person and he will do the business and earn the profit, right? The national income, also called net national product. The term income and production are just two different aspects of the same circular flow of income. Different aspects, same circular flow of income. I already explained this in the when I explained the circular flow of income. The term net means after deducting amount of capital consumption or depreciation of fixed asset. We shall return to this point later. In later calculation methods are given. So gross domestic production means aggregate value of the added values added from the economic activities that have taken place within the geographical boundary of a country. Only we only consuming our resource. We don't export or import. So here one word is added here, aggregated value. Aggregated value means what? Aggregated value means final production price. Final production price is the aggregate value. If I sell a milk, I am taking the milk from the cow. It's a raw milk. Raw milk I am taking, right? I am selling at the say 1 liter is 50 rupees. I am selling 1 liter is 50 rupees, right? Then that 50 rupees is given by the company and taken by me. It's income for me, right? So that 50 rupees, maybe assume not a company, that's a agent taking that milk as the 50 rupees. So that he will also sell the another one company. So a milk powder company. So to prepare the milk powders, he will give the another company, milk powder company. So and that company paying, he will keep some margin and he will give at some price more. So assume 70 rupees. So if 70 rupees given, 20 rupees is profit for him, right? I taken 50 rupees from agent taken 70 rupees from the milk powder company. So milk powder company will process and sell at 100 rupees, right, in the supermarket. So he will have to show at the supermarket. So supermarket will sell at 120 rupees. So supermarket will keep 20 rupees markup from this milk powder. So company will keep 30 rupees markup from purchase price from the agent. Agent will keep 20 rupees margin from me. So the four people are connected here. So I bought 50 rupees. So my income is 50 rupees, right? Then agent it's like this. My income is 50 rupees. Agent income is 70 rupees, right? Then milk powder income is 100 rupees and showroom income is 120 rupees. So how much of this milk powder were? 50, 70, 120, 120, 100, 220. So this all plus, right? This all plus. So equal 100, 120, 240, 340. So 340 will be the GDP. Is it correct? 340 is GDP. Is it correct? GDP is 340. Is it correct? Our question is that. So aggregated value of added from the economy. Value added. So from the 50, this person had only 20. So we cannot add 70. We have to add only 20. Right? From 70 to 100, we added 30. So this added value is 30, not 100. Right? We should not take 100 added value. We should take. So here added value is 20. So altogether 50. This is 50. Then 20. Then 30. 20. Then added value, aggregate value is 50 plus 20 plus 30 plus 20 equal to 120. It means that you can't add all the income. We have to add only aggregate value. So real worth of this milk powder is 120 final price. So we should take the final price. Final price will be the added value each and every place. Right? That means added value. Please understand that properly. Then most income derived economic activity within Sri Lanka. Economic activity is referred to as total domestic income or domestic product. It measured gross. In example, before deducting amount of capital consumption or depreciation of fixed asset, the term gross domestic product therefore refers to the total value of income, production from the economic income. If you assume we have calculated the GDP, so this economy is closed economy or simple economy, not open economy. Closed economy. So in a closed economy, no import and export. So if we had import and export, zero. So GNP also same. GDP, GNP is same, right? But gross national production will be there, the whole economy, but different to GDP if the import and export is there, right? Some national income arises from the overseas investment, while some of the income generated within the home countries earned by non-residents. The difference between the item is net property income from abroad. We have import export the goods also. We have import export the people also. Middle East country, there are many Sri Lankans working, though they are also sending the money to here. So European country, in the all the countries, Sri Lankan people can work. They will earn the money and they will send to us. That is also income. That is called net property income from abroad. Otherwise, if we have the resource there, so human also resource, capital also resource, money also resource, then land also resource. If you have the land there, if you own the land in foreign country, so from there we will receive the rent income. That is counted to Sri Lanka, means that net property from abroad, right? We abroad in our resources and taking the money from them. So that is the income from abroad. Then gross national production is therefore gross domestic production plus the net property income from abroad. After subtracting the property income from abroad, it is a negative value. If it is a negative value, then GNP and GDP are required in Sri Lankan government statistics in real time using constant 2001 price level as well as current price. I told 2002 as the base price for the calculation of inflation, calculation of real time. You understood that GDP I have explained in the economic growth. It should be taken in a real term and the per capita add growth. So in real term and per capita, I have explained how inflation is taken out from the economic growth, right? In GDP and GNP, same thing. If a milk powder today's price is 325 rupees, 400 gram milk powder 375 rupees today. So before in 2001 it may be under 75 rupees, 100 rupees. So that milk powder production should be calculated based on the price in the 2001. So we have to reduce, we have to deduct all the price increment. Then only real term will come, right? So 2001 price, I mistakenly told 2002 price. That's actually 2001 price, right? Relationship between GDP, GNP and NNP. Relationship between GDP, GNP and NNP is as follows. Plus GDP plus, right? GDP is here, nothing given. So GDP is all the production within this country plus net property income from abroad will be GNP. Then minus consumption of fixed asset and national resource at deletion NNP, right? Nominal and real GDP, GNP. Nominal GNP is the value of the national income at this year's price. Real GNP for today's price, right? If 10 kilogram of milk powder produced, right? Today's price is assume 500 rupees. So 5,000 is today's price production. So that is nominal GNP. If a 10 kilogram price multiplied by the 2001 price, maybe 100 rupees, so 5,000. Sorry, 1,000. So price increment is how much? 4,000. So if we deduct the 4,000 from 5,000, and 1,000 is the real GNP and 5,000 is a nominal GNP, right? Real GNP is valued at the price as base year. Base year in Sri Lanka is 2001. Real GNP stripes out the effect of inflation on national income levels and makes it simpler to establish trend in the national income over time. An example to discover whether the economy is actually expanding in terms of the what is producing or earning. Discover whether the economy is actually expanding. This is called economic growth. Economic growth, not only the inflation, we have to see the per capita also, but traditional economic growth is only based on the real term, but actually we have to see the per capita. Even the production increase, if population increase more than the production increase, consumption by the public will reduce, so our health condition and our status also reduce. So it should be increased to expand the growth economy per capita, per head, right? It means a growth. Take note down that. Then employment. So this is only syllabus you have, no calculation or not. So how GDP calculated, how GNP calculated, the explanation is enough. No need to calculate anything. So if you, I will anyway prepare, if I have the time, I will prepare the chart how to calculate add up the GDP and GNP and NNP from the expense, income and the production side. So next third topic is employment, the variable of the economy, employment. So an economy's main objective is to make use of available resources. That means employment. We have to use all the employment, all the resources we have. If surplus resources there, economy can export. If public is more, so no employment within the country, we can send them out, right? Most of the Chinese companies are sending out because they have more public, so no works there, right? All the resources are utilized because they are already developed country and they are superpower country, right? Within these 5 superpower countries, they are the main superpower country. They can fight with the even USA and Russia also. That type of superpower they having. They are stable in each and every aspect, right? That's how their superpower will be measured. They are stable in economy. They are stable in their currency. They are stable in economic growth. They are stable in making their people help. They are stable in weapons, right? To do the wars with the country. They are stable in their political and legal environment. That means legal and regulations are not change always. But what happened in Sri Lanka? We are changing here and there. 2017, we came up. Our government came up with the Inland Revenue Act. But 2017, after 6 months, they amended. So 2018 again amended. 2019 amended. 2020, that's mostly amended. Big amendments there in the income tax. So we don't know what we actually need, and we implement and taking the problem and we see. So in a superpower countries, in a developed country, they have the established and fixed rules and regulation. That's why business planning easily can done. So Sri Lanka is very difficult to plan, very difficult to budget the incomes, very difficult to budget the P&L and balance sheet. So we are involving in those types also. I am involving the budget preparation in the forecast. So it is very difficult because we don't know how much of rate after 6 months. How much what will be the income tax rate after 1 year? We don't know. So we can't forecast for 5 years, right? So no stability in the political environment, no stability in the legal environment, right? But we have the stability in our general environment. There is no big pollution come. There's no big earthquake, tsunami come in Sri Lanka. We are lucky to have the country like this. No pollution. Here, no fighting also. Public are not fighting without reasons, right? All are in a peaceful country, peaceful mind. So now fighting in political environment and legal environment only little bit not stable, right? But other business areas, public are very good. Sri Lanka, more than 85% educated people are living in Sri Lanka. So they have the knowledge. They will look after them first, right? We should look after us first. Then only we should go to look after others. So automatically our country's human index automatically increasing. Example in South Asian country or in worldwide, I don't actually remember. Volunteership, that means a helping hand. In a helping hand, in 2019 we recorded first in world, number one country for volunteer activities. So if floods comes, for example, volunteership means if floods come in Ratnapura, if floods come in Colombo, some areas, so floods come in the Kandy, floods come in the Betikalo. If there is any problem, all the Sri Lankan people try to sort out that problem, and all together they will get together and take the problem and solve the problem quickly. That is volunteership. That we recorded first rank in 2019 year. It's good. That's why in Sri Lankan environment, general environment, public environment is good. Problem is only political environment is not good. Right? The rate of unemployment, economy can be calculated as follows. Number of unemployment, total workforce we have, then unemployment divided into 100%. So we will understand what is the reason for the unemployment. Right? If the flow of workers to unemployment constant, then the size of the unemployed labor force will be constant. Flow of workers means inflow and outflow. Workers coming to work and workers resigning. That means flow of workers. Right? Don't depend on these technical words. Understand the meaning. Flow means inflow, outflow of the workers. Inflow, workers coming to work. If workers coming to work is 100, each and every month we are recruiting 100 persons to our company. Each and every month 100 persons are going out, means our unemployment rate also same. That is I am explaining in different way. The workforce, for example, take in Sri Lanka, workforce is 10,000 people, right? Employed 9,000 and unemployed. Here, this I am reading first line. So 1,000. So unemployed 9,000. Unemployed 100 means employed percentage 10%. 1,000 divided by 10,000 into 100. So second one 12,000. So from 10,000 to 12,000, growth rate is 20%. 2,000 increase divided by 10,000 into 100%. So 20%. So employed 10,800, assume. So unemployed is 12,000 minus 10,800, 1,200. So increase from unemployed from year to year 20%, right? I have not given here, right? So unemployed percentage is 10%. So growing in workforce here 25% increase. Here 25% increase. 12,000 to 15,000, 3,000 increase. So 3,000 divided by 12,000 into 100, 25%. So employed is, I assumed as a 13,500. So unemployed is 1,500. So 1,500 means 1,500 in 1,500 into 15,000, 100, right? 10%. So unemployed rate is 10%, not increasing or decreasing. Why? Because, right, growth of employment, unemployed also same thing. Here you can see increase 12,000 and 20,000, 20% increase, 15,000, 20% increase. So here 1,000 to 1,200, 20% increase. Here then here 1,500, 25% increase. This is simplified formula, right? So 1,200, it means what we reached 1,200, right? Then from where, right? And minus 1, it will give the 20% as the results, right? For example, take 1,002, we increase the 1,000 to 1,000, increase the 1,000 to 1,200. So increment is 200. 200 divided by 1,000, right, into 100. It is 20%. But that formula is easiest formula we are using in companies and we are practically using. That is easy to understand, right? Easy to understand that formula, easy to use that formula in a calculator. That's why I use that formula to show you. I don't need to show you because I want to improve your technical skills also. That's why I given this Formula, use this formula if you feel this is easy. So growth, you can see the 20% growth here, also 20% growth, same 75 minutes growth of population also increasing, growth of employment also, unemployment also increasing same as the population. So that will be constant. That is just the idea, right? So unemployment will be same or is constant or increasing or reducing. So there are two reasons. First is a member of the working labor force becoming unemployed. It means second one, people out of the labor force joining the unemployed. It means first one means I am working in somewhere. So if I terminated or if I resign, I will unemployed. Today I am employed population. Tomorrow if I resign, I am unemployed population. So unemployed population, if 100 people from the company is resign, so 100 unemployed increase. Population is same. So our unemployed percentage will be increased. Second reason is new labor force are coming to the labor force, right? It means after up to 16 years old they are children. After 16 years old they are coming to labor force. So workforce here, if 200% out from today this year's O level, ordinary level, 200 people out from O level, so they will add up to here. So it will be side up here, side up here, so it will be 10,000. So workforce will be 10,200, but we can't give the 200 people works quickly. It will take some time. So unemployment also, unemployed is also increasing 200, right? So 1,200, so 1,200 will be unemployed. So 10,200, 10,200, then it will be 1,200, 11%, 11.7%. So unemployed rate here is 11.7%. So we have the only 10% unemployed. Now 11.7%, that is children becoming the labor force, right? New people come, people out from the labor force joining the unemployed, right? Redundancy, this means we terminating, if I am the company, I am reducing this person, and we don't need this person, we reducing that person, right? Redundancy or lay off, give up. It means I like to work, but from today I am saying I don't need to work. Or elder people are want to retire in 55 years or 60 years, but at the 50 years they saying I don't need to work here, I give up the works. That means lay off, right? Take the these words into your mind properly. Give up will not be given in exam. Lay off will given the lay off word will be given in your exam. If you lay off word is given, don't give up your exam, right? Please try to understand these technical words. Then voluntary quitting job. First, redundancy means compulsorily company saying you can go out, yeah, right? They will terminate. Voluntary means I am quitting the job, resigning the job. Layoff means I give up. Give up and resigning is different. Give up means after give up the works, I will not work anywhere, I will be in home. For example, take I am working for 15 years, 20 years, I earn more money. So another 50 years, another 30 years or 20 years only I will live. In Sri Lanka, average age rate for the male is 70-75, female is 80. So I will, if my age is 50, if I assume next 25 years I will definitely die. So for 25 years this money is enough to live. So I give up and I just sit at home and I am doing my personal works. So that is give up. Voluntary quitting means I am quitting voluntary temporary. After 2 months or 1 month I will again find a job, and then I will go again to the population of the employed, right? Then school leavers without a job, the others. Others means for example carer, family members or paid helper who regularly look after child or a sick, right? Elderly, disabled person joining the workforce but having a no job, right? Elderly, disabled person, family members, elderly person, children are not come under the workforce. but people are looking after them will become joining the unemployed. They will look after them, but actually they are not working, right? The reason for reduction, that is increasing unemployment, not increasing employment, increasing unemployment. This reducing employment, so unemployed people finding job. Second one, laid off workers being re-employed. I give up the work, and after 5 years I decided I will have to work again. It's not good to be home. That's very boring. So I will decide again and come there. Then unemployed people stopping the search work. I already told this. Unemployment means, it doesn't means workable people. Employable people are being without employed. It means workable people should have the effort to work. If they have the effort to work, but it does not have the work, then unemployed. If I don't want to work and I don't like to work, I be with my home, so I am not unemployed. I am coming out from the unemployed. I am coming out from the workforce. I am not even workforce also. I am coming out. I give up. I don't need. So unemployed people stopping the search for work. So I am unemployed. I stop the workforce stage. So I am unemployed, but I am searching the work means I am still unemployed. So I don't need to work hereafter. I will just be at home means I am come out from the unemployed. Understand this properly. I think I don't confuse you. If employed means, right, if I am working in somewhere else, I am employed. If I resign in the work, then I am next unemployed. When I am finding the another work, also I am unemployed. If I stop to find the works, I am not unemployed. I am not employed or unemployed. I am out of both. I am give up. I am give up and not even workforce also. I am out of the workforce, right? So consequences. So what will be happen if unemployment increase? Loss of output. The person not working, it's loss of output. Loss of human capital, right? Then increase loss of output means if 100% working and preparing the products 100, if 50 people unemployed, we will have to prepare 50 products with the 50 people. The loss of human capital. If human are not working, willing to work, their talent and skills we are losing. We are losing their skills and talent and their knowledge. We lose them, and it's a loss. It's a loss of productivity of the country also. We should give the works. That's why many university graduates are trying to work but still not finding the works. Their skills and their 6 years, 5 years they spend on their increasing their skills and competence level, but they are unused. Nowadays, now you can see 40 years old graduate also now not getting the job in Sri Lanka. Getting the job even though very less salary. Clerk jobs are given to those graduates. So what happening to Sri Lanka? Employment workforce is increasing nowadays. Every place are recorded higher education rate, right? In Colombo, in eastern side, in north side, in southern side, in central province, in each and every area, now students are very urged to study. Not only students, all the workforce who are willing to work are try to increase any skills from them, right? Then increase inequalities in distribution of income. If one person employed, one person unemployed, he will get the more income, other person will not get income. That is a simple example is that. Then social cost. Unemployed brings problems, personal suffering and distress. If you are not working, you are not busy. If you are not busy, if you are at home, you will think something else. You will think to do some bad thing, right? If you no employment, so you don't have the income. If you don't have the income if you don't have the income, you can't at least marry also. No girl will marry you, no boy will marry you. It's like that. So if you want the money, so you can involve in bad behavior. So you can robbery, or you will be a thief. So that will affect the economy also. So otherwise nowadays many students are in boring and they are going to consume the drugs also. It will cause the more diseases for the country. So it will impact the country's cost also, increase the health cost. So that why cigarette, the alcohol are prohibited in drinking at the public. If you one person you showing the his style and his ability in the in the public when he's smoking or having the alcohol, you will also the small children also like to have that. This is nice, looking like a hero, right? It's like this. Yeah, that's why in cinema also, so hero means he should drink the alcohol. He will drink, right? Definitely for the style, he will take the cigarette, right? Smoking. So if children sees that, children also say, I also want to be hero, I also take this. So if he is busy, that person is busy, he has no time to see the movie. He will look after his life. So employment will give the busy life, right? It's happening after you become the chartered accountant. You will see how busy you are, even though you cannot have your phone to replace someone, right? That much of busy you will face once you finish the chartered accountancy. Please go for a good job, good level job to make you busy and make you money and success in very young age. Within 25 years, 26 years, become a chartered accountant, right? 25 to 30 years will be your, after chartered accountancy, 25 years to 30 years will be the very young age. You are in a very effort and very strength, right? You have the more energy. After 30-35 years, your energy may be reduced. Within 25 to 30 years, you will have more energy. You can marry, you can travel, you can work more, you can look after your family, so, right? So get success quickly, right? So and also in your syllabus, I will show you how you should approach the study pack, because most of the students does not know why I am studying this subject, what Chartered Institute want from business level 1, what Chartered Institute want from business level 2. Study for that. If your exam paper is MCQ, you try to practice the MCQ paper, not a essay type paper, right? If Chartered Institute want these skills from you, increase that skills, that competence, and face the exam. It doesn't mean after the exam you will get these skills. Before the exam you should get the skills in order to pass the exam. Without skill you can't pass the exam. So 18 skills there are in business level 1. I will take the another separate video to give you the full base for business level 1 subjects and also BL4. I have already done the analysis. I will give you, I am waiting until the finish this syllabus, right? Then increase better welfare payment, this give a major impact on the government fiscal policy, right? Everything. Then causes of unemployment. Once unemployment is occur, what will be happen? It's not a consequence. It's a type of the unemployment. What will be happen to really the unemployment population, right? First one is real wage unemployment. This type of unemployment case when the supply of labor exceeds the demand for labor, but real wages do not fall for labor market to clear up. This type of unemployment is normally caused by strong trade union which resist a decrease in their wages. Another cause of type of unemployment is the minimum wage rate when it's set above the market clearing level. Real wage unemployment. If my worth is to work at 300,000, but I work in the 20,000, really I am unemployed in a wage rate, right? It is happening in audit firm and many you are also working in audit firm in 5,000 or 10,000 salary, but your skills can get more than 80,000, 100,000. You don't know, so you are really unemployed. That means that if your supply is more, your demand is less. If your demand is less, automatically price also less. You can have this one also, right? This is demand, supply. Sorry. This is price, this is quantity, right? Demand curve. So when the demand is increasing, demand is going from here, right? Sorry, demand is then price is this much, right? Price is high, demand is low, right? Demand curve coming in this side, this is demand curve, this is supply curve, right? For example, take supply is high, right? If supply is high means your supply curve will be more this way, right? So your price automatically reduced, right? That's happening in audit firm students, chartered students, right? Then frictional, it is inevitable that some unemployment is caused not so much because there are not enough job to go around, but because of the friction in the labor market, difficulty in matching quickly workers with job caused by various by lack of knowledge about the job opportunity. It means wage wise we don't get things. Sometimes you are a chartered accountant but you are working in the customer care, so you are really unemployed. That is means a frictional, you are not working, not working based on what you prefer. You are chartered accountant, so you want to be accountant, but you are working in the customer care. Sometimes IT personnels are doing, IT personnels are following MEX students in A levels. The MEX students are doing MEX in order to become an engineer or scientist. But finally, they also doing in my friends also did the many most of the my friends got the 9A 8As in O level. I am also same, but I choose to do the commerce. Teachers have scolded me, why you choosing the commerce? You become an engineer or you become a doctor. Please go and do the science, biology, go and do the mix. I told in Sri Lanka, biology and mathematics are very difficult to find the alternative way. If I not selected in campus, I definitely spend more than 1 crore, more than 1.5 crore to study alone, study privately. So I decided if I mess the A level, even though CIMA ICC chartered is available to do in private, it will cost less than the other private studies. It means biological, if I not selected in the campus, I will do in the outside, so it will cost more than 50 lakhs, cost more than the chartered. So if I did the engineer starting also very high, so I have to do the quantity saving, it's very low, and also marketing also very less in quantity saving in mathematics style. So I decided that everyone has called it in commerce. I selected commerce and I fill my knowledge with the commerce knowledge, so I got full knowledge, I got the full skill there. Then all the times in school level I got the rank first. So it means I have the good knowledge. So opportunity in Sri Lanka is very less. If I not select any campus, my future is finished, right? So I got A passes in all the subjects in O level, but A level also same thing, A passes in A level subjects, because why? I have good knowledge and good skill. So commerce study is very easy for me. It's just simple. We don't need to prove in scientifically. We don't need to make any research or any findings in the lab. So I am studying in the books and I am finding some research based on the theoretical example. We are studying based on the cases, business cases. So I found the way in. We did the commerce side properly. So we become chartered accountant easily. That's why I came to say this. Many students got the 9A and 8A. They did the science and mathematics. At least 45 students. 45 students were there in the science stream, biological stream and mathematics stream. Only one student recently got the MBBS degree. That is also not in the Colombo University or Jaipur University or Peradeniya University. He is three times he attended A level and finally got the Sir John Kothalawa university, right? Sir Kothalawa University, he applied there. I think it's a government or semi-government. So he applied somewhere there and he got the MBBS there. Recently he got the degree. So out of 40 students, only one student got become a doctor. What happened to other students? Other students have followed the charter, CIMA, ACCA with me. Still not completed. Anyone still not completed yet. So I am saying whatever you prefer should be go there. If we work, one student mathematics, he got the 9A in O level, he working in the SoftLogic company as a accounts executive. Accounts executive, he did the CIMA and he did not complete the CIMA. If dropped down, so he got the 9A in O level. In A level, he selected the mathematics and now find a job in SoftLogic as a accounts executive. He messed his life. You have to think what I do today. Please think at least for 10 years. 10 years life should be planned today, right? Then seasonal, this occurs certain industries, for example building, tourism and farming, where the demand for labor fluctuation is seasonal pattern throughout the year. In Sri Lanka nowadays only construction is more occupied. So before 10 years what happened? No construction industry. So construction related people are unemployed there. It's seasonal, right? If a mango is one season in Sri Lanka, so mango picking, this labor, no only picking the mango. On other times, unseasonal, non-seasonal time, he will be unemployed, right? For example, take drainage. If drainage is stuck and filled with the water and everything, so we call a person, or we hire a person near our area, right? Or we hire some beggar, so we can't clean that, no. So they are people. They are people. They can work for that. So we can hire them and we pay the money, and then on that work only is employed. That is seasonal. Then structural, this occurs where long-term changes occur in the condition of the industry. Right now, long-term changes occur in the industry, that is tourism industry in Sri Lanka. After tourism industry growing, hotel management courses also growing nowadays. Right? Ticketing courses also growing nowadays. So before that, there is no employment for that industry. That is industry-wise unemployment, right? Then technological, this is form of the structural employment which occurs when new technologies are introduced. All skills are no longer required. There is likely to be labor-saving aspects which machines doing the job. It's like this. In our area also, one person there, he can repair the 3 wheels. Right? He can repair 3 wheels. He did not learn anything. He did not do any courses. He did not follow any courses in technical college. Right? He did practically. He removed he came with the one repair in his own vehicle, own 3-wheel vehicle, before 20-25 years. This right? Still also they are. That guy is very old guy. We are saying uncle to him. Right? Very old guy. So he removed his parts and find the way to how to repair this. So nowadays also he can repair, but he can repair only 2 strokes 3 wheels. 4 strokes 3 wheels he don't know. He don't know a technique. So only when he is 20 years or 25 years, he understood 2 stroke 3 wheel correctly and he understood everything. Now 4 stroke wheels are introducing. He does not know. He get old also. So now 4 strokes 3 wheels are comes. 2 strokes 3 wheels not coming. So he is automatically unemployed nowadays. Real unemployed, right? That is technology changes. I took real simple example. You can take big examples. A computer, the Windows 7 is now initially Bill Gates has introduced Windows 7. Windows 7 they stopped to give the update for Windows 7. It got old. So Windows 7 installed computer will have to be replaced with the Windows 8 or Windows 13 or Windows 16. So they will change that. So all guy who are work on the Windows 7 will be unemployed if he does not know how to work in new version of the software, right? Technology should be learned. If technology be going out, if you feel if you are only fixed and only work in that technology, you will be unemployed in new technology, right? That is mean that the cyclical and demand deficient, it has been an experience of the past that domestic and foreign trade go through cycles of boom, decline, recession, recovery, and then boom again, and so on. During recovery and boom years, the demand for output and job is high and unemployment is low. During the decline and recession years, the demand for output and job falls. And it is a trade cycle. In trade cycle, recession comes automatically our production less. Production is reduced, our income also reduced, selling ability also reduced, profit reduced, loss making. If loss making, our cash inflow will reduce. Cash inflow is reduced, cash surplus is reduced. When cash surplus is reduced, cash deficit is there. So cash deficit is there, we can't pay for the fixed cost. For example, salary is fixed, so we can't pay for the employees. We telling employees, please resign and go home or find another way. So each and every company doing this. So automatically, based on the trade cycle, they will redundant the staff. When they recover again, so we need the staff in order to recover. So again recruiting, that is called cyclical or demand deficit. So this is a final topic in the employment. So government employment policy, job creation and reducing unemployment should often means the same thing, but it's possible to create a job for employment. This can be happen when there is a greater number of the people entering the job market than the new jobs being created. For example, 500,000 new jobs are created during the courses of the 1 year, but 750,000 extra school leavers are looking for the job. There will be increased unemployment 250,000. I already told this. Right? If school leavers come, 750,000 job has to be created, but only we can create a 500,000 jobs. So 250,000 job is short. Right? It's very easy to understand this. It's also possible to reduce the official unemployment figures without creating jobs. For example, individuals who enroll for a government finance training scheme are taken off an unemployment register even though they do a full-time job. Right? Then a government can try several options to create jobs or reduce unemployment. This includes policies to influence the level of demand in the economy and also measures to make the supply of the labor more flexible, spending more money on directing on job. For example, hiring more civil servants, then encouraging, it means many unemployment is there. For example, in Sri Lanka also, in many countries, we are not like to work in the civil works, means the police, army, so threat to our lives. So if there are unemployment, uneducated people there, if we consider them and talk to them and please work in this, you don't need to afraid of losing your life. So you can work with us. We will put a first year this place, so we can recruit them for the civil works, right? Then automatically comes. Most of the civil workers are from the village area. Uneducated people are working in the army and police. They will get training. They will give the training on their physically and the mentally, and also educated. They will give the some educated and 1 month, 2 months courses, and they will keep the test. So they will motivate to them. So we will find a job for the people and create the job for them. For example, in Sri Lanka, we can use the machinery to take the garbages, but Sri Lankan government not doing, because we have the more workers that's who can work in that level. So if we hire a machine like a Japan company, some machine come and robotic take the dustbins from the road and put inside the lorry and again keep the lorry. It's happening in Chinese and Japanese cities, but Sri Lanka not invented, not that is not mean we have no technology, we have more labor intensive, so we use the labor, so we create the jobs for that. That's the reason, right? We are not bringing all the technology here because unemployment will increase. Then they encouraging training and job skills, then offering grant assistance to employers in key regional areas. It means we say for example, take Coca-Cola company going to in a Biagam area. Coca-Cola company have the this plant, but Biagam, if you launch the plant in that area, at least that area people will come and strike against the that company, because they will pollute the water, they will pollute the land, right? So we have to cool up there, we have to cool that community, so we have to keep happy there. So we will introduce, government will say you will give 50%, 60% employment for near people, so they will give the people, right? So automatically, if the new company established, government will impose some rules on the company to create the jobs, right? They encourage labor mobility by offering individual finance assistance with the relocation expenses, improving the flow of information on vacancies. It is also happening in northern area, northern area and central. I don't remember that. In 2017 income tax act has been introduced in that way. If you have a plant, if you have your production facility in northern area, you will have a 200% capital allowance. So we are like to have the factories in western province, because easiness of port and easiness of airport, transport, everything facilities are available in Colombo and Gampa and Kalutan area. So these are very grown city in Sri Lanka. So Colombo is very main city in Sri Lanka. It has all the facility. So if you put up a factory in Colombo, so we have all the facility. Transportation also very less. We have to come to the Colombo airport to export. So if I keep the Jaffna, our plant, transportation cost is there. But government say if you have the plant in there, all the cost is 200% capital allowance we will be granted for the 3 years. 3 years, 200%, 200%, we can claim 3 years. From 2008, 3 years means 2018 to 2018, 2019, and 2019, 2020, 2020, 2021. So first 3 years we can have the complete. That's why in recently, after the income tax act has been relaunched in a new act. So many business are located in northern province. Many garments factories are northern province in order to take the allowance. At least this 3 years we can get the allowance, capital allowance. After 3 years we can cross and come to the Colombo. So it is happening. After 3 years, again government will implement something and make the employment there. Automatically, if the Colombo people and Gampa people will not go there and work, automatically Jaffna people should work there. So we will recruit the person from there, right? Why we have taken the northern province and some northern province and it is, I don't remember exactly. Northern province is main province which has the more unemployment, right? Which is developing city nowadays. Recently also we opened a airport in Jaffna, new airport in Jaffna. So we have to develop that side, rural area. So unemployment is recorded mostly in eastern area and northern area. So we have to employ them, right? In this western side and central and the southern side, Sri Lanka is little bit improving, right? They have the more educated people, more employed people here. But in right side, left side and right side and upside, in Sri Lanka, no educated people and no unemployed people. So we have to improve there. So government introducing some system to make the employed. This is the first good example is this is 2017 Act. You can go to the 6th schedule of the Inland Revenue Act. Last page, 6th schedule and the 4th schedule for giving the incentive for this relocation of the factories, and also research and development also 300% or 100% is there. If the research and development done for one purpose, I don't remember that purpose correctly. So other policies may be directly reducing real wages to market clearing, abolishing closed shop agreements which restrict certain jobs to trade union members. Means in tea plantation, rubber plantation, there is a control price there. You should pay at least 750 rupees per day for employment. That is, we should give the for example, take if there are unions there. Therefore that's laborers who are working in the plantation company. If they're working in the plantation company, you will get this price. So government saying you don't need to use that. You don't need to recruit the person outside. You should go with this union. So if union is created and going, so membership will be there. So automatically we can understand how many of we have no records. No, we can understand how much of people are member in this union, how much of people are getting employed, right? So we can see the statistical view and we can analyze and we can give the employment. The employee minimum wage regulation, where such regulation exists. So minimum wages rate can be and control price of the wage can be also decided by the government, right? So employment part is finished now. Thank you and good luck.